Chosen one, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that a message somehow finds you at the exact moment you need it most? Almost like the universe or heaven itself places it in your path so you cannot miss it. That is exactly what is happening right now. You are here because you were meant to hear this final note. Take a moment and think back to the quiet prayers you have whispered when nobody else was around. Maybe it was late at night. Maybe it was during a time when you felt unsure about what comes next. Those words did not disappear into the air. They were heard, they were remembered, and today they are being answered in a way you may not have expected. I want you to pause and feel this deeply. This is not an ordinary video you happen to click on. This is a signpost on your journey. Every dream you thought was slipping away, every moment you questioned if you were seen or valued, is now being acknowledged. You are not alone in this. Chosen one. Consider this moment a gentle nudge from above, reminding you that your story is still being written. Imagine receiving a personal letter sealed with your name, carrying words of guidance and encouragement that no one else could read, only you. That is what this message is. So before we step into what comes next, I want you to make a conscious decision to lean in fully. Stay present, open your heart, and let these words settle inside you. Because what you are about to hear has the potential to shape not just your day, but the entire direction of your journey. If you're hearing this, pause right now, like this video, subscribe, and comment the number 99 below. This isn't just for me. It's an act of agreement, amplifying this message so no chosen one is left behind. Chosen one, have you ever felt that deep stirring inside your heart that makes you restless without any clear reason? It is almost like your spirit is aware of something long before your mind can catch up. That inner feeling you have been carrying is not random, and it is not something to brush aside. It is actually a sign that something much larger is unfolding around you. Let me put it this way. When the air shifts before a storm, you can feel it, even if the clouds have not yet appeared. In the same way, your soul is sensing the arrival of a divine moment. That restless energy, that feeling that something is about to happen, is not imagination. It is confirmation. Here is what you need to understand. Messages like this are often resisted. There are always forces of distraction that try to pull attention away because the power of truth is undeniable once it is spoken. The very fact that you are listening right now is proof that this message is meant to reach you. It could have been delayed, you might have scrolled past, but instead you are here, leaning in. That is no accident. Chosen one, the heavens are aligning for a spiritual shift unlike anything you have experienced before. This is not about fear, it is about preparation. The shift is already beginning, and it will unfold more clearly before this month comes to an end. Think of it as the turning of a page in your personal story. A chapter is closing, and a new one is opening. Have you noticed unusual emotions rising within you lately? Maybe you have been more reflective, or perhaps more sensitive to what is happening in the world around you. Some people might call it anxiety, but you can sense that it is something more sacred. It is like your inner compass is being recalibrated for a greater purpose. That is the urgency of this season. You are being tuned in so you do not miss what is about to be revealed. I want you to imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a great doorway. Behind you is everything familiar, old habits, old limitations, and the voices that told you to settle for less. In front of you is a new path that carries both responsibility and reward. That doorway is beginning to open, and you are being invited to step through. Now, some people around you may not feel any of this. They might be comfortable, distracted, or spiritually asleep. And that is exactly why you are different. You have been set apart to notice, to feel, and to prepare. This urgency you sense is not a burden, it is a privilege. It means you are awake when many are still dreaming. Let me share a simple example. Imagine a musician tuning an instrument before a performance. To someone passing by, the random notes might sound unnecessary or even confusing. But to the musician, every adjustment is essential to prepare for the song that is about to be played. In the same way, your life has been going through adjustments. Some moments may not have made sense, but they were tuning you for what comes next. Chosen one, this message is your confirmation. The alignment you are sensing is real, the quiet inner voice that tells you change is near. That is heaven whispering to you. The questions you have asked in silence are being answered through experiences, encounters, and signs that you will soon begin to notice. So I ask you, are you willing to lean in and stay alert? Will you open your eyes to see the subtle signs that others overlook? Will you trust that what you are feeling in your spirit is more accurate than the noise of the world? Because the truth is, what is unfolding is not only global, it is deeply personal. It is an invitation to rise into a higher place of clarity, authority, and purpose. Urgency is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up so you do not miss your moment. Take a breath right now and remind yourself, you are here for a reason. You are not late, you are not behind, and nothing has been wasted. Every challenge, every delay, and every unanswered prayer has prepared you for this very point in time. Chosen one, the urgency you feel is the echo of destiny calling your name. The heavens have set this time apart as a signal to you. Before this month concludes, doors will shift, pathways will align, and you will recognize why your spirit has been stirred. It is time to move forward with faith, with openness, and with courage. You have not stumbled onto these words. You have been guided to them. Take them as a gentle reminder that you are being positioned for something extraordinary. The urgency you feel is simply heaven's way of saying, get ready, your time has come. Chosen one, let me share something very real with you. When a shift is about to happen in your life, it rarely announces itself with a loud trumpet or flashing lights. More often it comes quietly, in subtle patterns, in little signs that others overlook. The question is, will you be awake enough to notice them? Have you ever had a day where everything felt a little unusual? Perhaps your phone glitched in a way that made no sense, or you kept seeing the same number or phrase repeat itself throughout the week. Some people brush these moments aside, but for the chosen ones, these are not coincidences. They are signals, reminders that heaven is sending gentle nudges to keep you aware. One of the first signs is in nature. You may notice weather shifts that feel strangely personal. Maybe an unexpected storm rolls in exactly on a day you were making a decision, or the sky clears suddenly when you were feeling heavy. These small alignments are not random. They are echoes, whispers from creation itself, confirming that you are being guided. Another sign is found in your emotions. Have you recently felt a sudden wave of sensitivity, as if you can sense the energy of people or rooms the moment you walk in? That is not weakness, it is spiritual awareness. It means your inner senses are tuned to pick up what others cannot. Feel. Instead of seeing that sensitivity as a burden, recognize it as a gift. It is proof that you are awake. Chosen one, you will also recognize signs through divine interruptions. Think back on the times when your plans suddenly shifted. Maybe you missed a bus, only to later discover that something unsafe had happened on that route. Maybe a job opportunity closed, but weeks later, a better one appeared. At first, these interruptions may feel frustrating, but they are actually forms of protection. You are being redirected, not rejected. Let me share an example. Imagine you are walking with a child near a busy street. The child wants to run forward, but you quickly grab their hand to keep them safe. To the child, it may feel like you are holding them back. But to you, the parent, you know you are protecting them from danger. In the same way, when heaven interrupts your path, it may feel inconvenient, but it is actually a hand of safety guiding you. There are also signs in your dreams. Have you had dreams recently that feel more vivid than usual? Perhaps you wake up remembering details, symbols, or even people you have not thought about in years. Dreams are one of the oldest ways messages have been delivered. Pay attention, write them down, and reflect on them. Sometimes the very answers you are seeking during the day are being whispered to you at night. Another powerful sign is repetition. If the same thought, number, or phrase keeps appearing in your life, do not ignore it. Maybe you keep seeing a certain sequence of numbers on clocks, receipts, or signs. Maybe someone you trust repeats the same encouragement you had already been feeling inside. That repetition is not random, it is confirmation. Now, here is something important. The signs are not only external, they are also internal. One of the strongest signals you will receive is a quiet inner knowing. You may not have evidence, but deep down you sense that something is about to happen. That feeling of anticipation is not just in your mind, it is spiritual alignment. Have you felt that lately, like your spirit is leaning forward as if preparing for something new? If yes, that is one of the clearest confirmations that you are on the right track. Chosen one, do not be surprised if these signs appear in ordinary, everyday places. A line from a conversation, a sentence in a book, or even a random post online can suddenly speak directly to your heart. When that happens, take it seriously. Those are the moments when heaven uses the simple to deliver the profound. Let me encourage you with this thought. The signs are not meant to confuse you. They are meant to empower you. You have spiritual eyes that allow you to interpret these events differently from others. While many may see chaos, you will see alignment. While others may panic, you will recognize protection. This ability to see through a higher lens is one of your greatest gifts. So let me ask you, are you paying attention? Have you noticed the little nudges that keep showing up in your life? Have you paused long enough to recognize when something unusual is actually pointing you toward your next step? Because the truth is, the signs are all around you. Technology glitches, unusual weather, repeating numbers, vivid dreams, divine interruptions, inner sensitivity. Each one is like a breadcrumb leading you forward. And when you string them together, they form a trail of guidance. Chosen one, stay alert. Heaven is not silent. The signs are speaking, and they are speaking directly to you. Chosen one, this is where everything becomes deeply personal. Until now, you have been hearing about signs, alignment, and the larger shift happening around the world. But let us bring it closer to home. How all of this connects directly to you and your own journey. Think for a moment about the seasons of life you have already walked through. Times of silence, moments of waiting, periods when your prayers felt unanswered, and stretches where you felt isolated. Many times you may have asked yourself, why is this happening to me? Or, why does my path feel heavier than others? Let me reassure you, none of that was wasted. What you thought was delay was actually training. What felt like silence was actually preparation. It is similar to how a seed spends time buried under the soil. On the surface it looks lifeless, forgotten, and hidden. But in truth, beneath the soil, it is developing roots, gathering strength, and preparing for the breakthrough of growth. In the same way, your struggles have been forming your foundation. They have been shaping you quietly, getting you ready for what is about to unfold. Now, chosen one, the moment of transformation is here. This is not only about a spiritual shift in the world, but about a personal shift in your heart, your relationships, your purpose, and your daily life. Let us begin with relationships. Many of you have already felt old connections fading. People who once walked closely with you may have drifted away. At first, it may have felt painful, but look carefully. Some relationships had to leave so that new ones could arrive. Your soul tribe is coming. People who understand your vision without you needing to explain it. People who bring peace instead of confusion. People who will stand with you in purpose. Imagine the relief of being surrounded by those who finally see you for who you are. That is part of this transformation. Next, think about your sense of purpose. For too long, you may have asked, "Why am I here?" or "What is my calling?" Perhaps you have even felt stuck in cycles of routine that never truly satisfied you. But this season is shifting. That inner question you have carried for so long is being answered. You are stepping into clarity. Suddenly, you will feel aligned in ways you could not before. Small opportunities will open that point you toward your larger mission, and you will know deep inside that this is not random, it is destiny unfolding. Let us talk about your personal growth. Transformation often begins inside before it is visible outside. You may find yourself feeling more peaceful even when circumstances look uncertain. You may notice that your confidence grows quietly, almost without trying. This is because your spirit is aligning with a higher rhythm. Chosen one, you are not the same person you were even a year ago. You have been stretched, strengthened, and reshaped into someone who can carry greater responsibility. Financially, too, there is change on the horizon. Many of you have been through seasons where provision felt limited. You had just enough to get by, but rarely the abundance to do more. That season is shifting. Transformation brings resources, not as random luck, but as purposeful provision. When your assignment becomes clearer, the resources for that assignment begin to appear. This is not about material wealth for its own sake. It is about having what you need to fulfill your calling with freedom and confidence. And chosen one, perhaps the most beautiful part of transformation is how it reframes the past. Experiences that once felt painful will suddenly make sense. You will begin to see how the closed doors were protecting you, how the detours were redirecting you, and how the waiting seasons were strengthening you. This reframing is powerful because it allows you to carry peace about your past and hope for your future at the same time. Now let me ask you, are you ready to embrace this transformation? Are you ready to release the old patterns that no longer serve you and step fully into the person you were created to be? Transformation is not passive. It invites your participation. That is why now is the time to stay spiritually alert. Keep your mind clear, your heart open, and your spirit grounded. Make space each day, whether through prayer, meditation, or reflection, to stay aligned with the higher guidance that is leading you. Chosen one, transformation is never meant to feel overwhelming. It is meant to feel like stepping into clothes that were always designed for you, but never worn before. It feels natural, yet powerful. It feels new, yet strangely familiar. And as you walk through it, you will realize that the person you always dreamed of becoming is the person you were destined to be all along. So here is the truth. The personal transformation is already happening. You are already stepping into it piece by piece. Relationships are being realigned, purpose is being revealed, finances are shifting, confidence is growing, and most of all, your spirit is being lifted into a new awareness. Chosen one, take this as your confirmation. You are not waiting for transformation anymore. You are living it. And as you continue to walk forward, you will see with clarity that everything you endured was not in vain. It was shaping you into who you are becoming right now. Chosen one, this is the part many of you have been waiting for. After the trials, the transformation, and the long nights of waiting, what happens next? What does it look like when the promise finally begins to unfold? This is where we speak about rewards and breakthroughs, the moments when all the quiet preparation begins to show itself in visible ways. Let me start with a simple picture. Imagine a farmer who has spent months tilling the soil, planting seeds, watering the ground and protecting the crop from storms. For so long, there is no visible harvest. The effort looks endless and sometimes even thankless. But then comes that morning when the first shoots break through the soil, and soon after, the entire field begins to turn green. That moment of harvest feels overwhelming because the farmer knows every small act of faithfulness has finally taken root. In the same way, your season of reward is the harvest for all the unseen work you have carried in silence. One of the first rewards is inner peace. You will notice a calmness that does not depend on circumstances. Problems may still arise, but they no longer shake you the way they used to. This is a breakthrough in itself, because peace is priceless. Think back to how anxious and restless you may have felt in the past. Now compare it with the sense of stability that has been forming within you. That is a reward of the journey you have been on. Breakthroughs also come in the form of clarity. Many of you have wrestled with confusion, asking, "What is my next step?" or "What path should I take?" During this season, direction will begin to unfold more clearly. Doors that once looked locked will open, and you will know exactly which one is meant for you. It is like standing at a crossroads, but this time the signs are no longer blurry. You can finally read them. Let us talk about provision. For many of you, the reward will be practical as well. Opportunities will come that provide financial support, stability, and resources. This is not about sudden riches, but about receiving exactly what you need to step into your calling with freedom. For example, you may find new job opportunities, unexpected sources of income, or support from people who believe in your vision. These are breakthroughs that remind you that you are not forgotten and that everything you need to fulfill your purpose will meet you at the right time. But let us not limit rewards to material things. Sometimes the most powerful reward is the restoration of relationships. Perhaps you have experienced strained connections with family or friends, or maybe you felt alone for a long time. This season brings healing. People who were meant to be in your life will reconnect, and forgiveness will open new doors. Imagine the joy of sitting at a table where peace has replaced tension. That is also a breakthrough. Another reward is personal growth that you can actually see and feel. Do you remember the times when you felt insecure, when you doubted yourself at every turn? Now, look at the person you are becoming. Stronger, clearer, more confident. That shift is a reward because it shows you are no longer the same. Life's challenges may have tried to weaken you, but instead they became the very fire that refined you. And let us not forget spiritual depth. One of the greatest breakthroughs is feeling closer to the divine presence than ever before. This closeness does not always come with dramatic visions or grand experiences. Sometimes it is as simple as feeling a quiet reassurance in your heart, knowing you are guided, supported, and loved. That inner intimacy is a treasure far greater than anything the world can offer. Chosen one, ask yourself this: how will you respond when your breakthrough arrives? Will you recognize it? Sometimes breakthroughs come disguised in small beginnings. The opportunity may not look big at first, but it carries the seed of greatness. The reward may begin quietly, like a soft sunrise, but soon it fills the entire sky with light. That is why it is so important to stay open and attentive. You do not want to miss the answer because it looked smaller than you expected. There is also an emotional side to rewards. Imagine the release you will feel when you realize that the long wait was not wasted. The tears, the prayers, the late nights of questioning, all of it turns into joy. That shift is powerful because it rewrites your emotional memory. What once felt like pain now becomes the evidence of your endurance. This joy is not temporary happiness. It is a deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you stayed faithful through the storm. Your breakthroughs will also ripple outward. When you step into your rewards, the people around you will notice. Some will be inspired by your resilience. Others will be encouraged by your testimony. In fact, your transformation will not only bless your life, but also plant seeds in the lives of others. You may find yourself becoming a source of hope simply by living out the rewards of your journey. Finally, let us remember that rewards are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of a new chapter. Breakthroughs are not just about celebration, but also about responsibility. When you receive peace, share it. When you experience provision, use it to uplift others. When your relationships are restored, guard them with love. And when clarity comes, walk boldly in it. Chosen one, the truth is this: your rewards and breakthroughs are not just distant promises. They are already unfolding step by step. Each day you wake up stronger. Each small blessing that arrives, each moment of unexpected joy, these are signs that your harvest season has begun. So take heart. Celebrate the victories no matter how small they appear. Recognize the breakthroughs even when they are just starting to grow. And most importantly, live with gratitude, because the rewards are not only coming, they are already here. Chosen one, this final note isn't just for comfort, it's a mantle. You are not called to sit quietly anymore. You are called to lead. You are called to carry this light into dark places. Heaven has already whispered your name in powerful places. Align yourself, because divine connections are coming. Your blessings will overflow. They will touch your family, your community, and even strangers who cross your path. Debts will dissolve. Relationships will be restored. Bodies will be healed. And here's the final word. Every no you've heard is about to turn into a yes. Every closed door is about to swing open. Every delay is turning into acceleration. Chosen one, this is your final note. Carry it with faith, walk with authority, and remember, the time is now.